Okay, welcome to online JavaFX tutorial series. So in today's tutorial we are going to discuss how to work on different sceneries and how we are going to navigate from one scenery to another scenery. So we have seen how to create the interfaces, then how to add these buttons, then how to move from one page to another page. We'll be discussing in this tutorial. Okay, so here this is the code which I'm going to explain you, and this is the thing you have to do and this is the thing you have to follow. Okay, if we go with this example, you can see here I'm having an interface. So in this interface, if I click add contact, you can see there is one more pop-up. So the scenery, what happened was, you are going to end one scenery and you are going to launch another scenery. So if we click the add contact, you can see there is a confirmation button. If we click OK, we'll go back to our main. So in view contact, what we are going to do is we are going to run parallelly to sceneries events. So we are going to run parallel to events, and if you close it, you can see you are going to close the one display only. So if we quit the main menu, quit button, so we are going to close each and every window from our running state. Okay, so you can see from here also the process finished with exit code 0, so that means our code get end. So we'll see how to design this interface and how to do this simple task using JavaFX together with scene builder. Okay, the first most task what we have to do is we have to create these three interfaces. So in my scenario, I have just created a simple interface using a simple anchor pane. Upon the anchor pane, I am going to use one label and three different buttons, and I have given them some colors also. Okay, and I have initialized three buttons and I have given three different IDs for these things. We'll see those things later. Likewise, I have designed three interfaces for my program. Okay, so then the most important part is we are going to initialize our controller file. Okay, so this is my controller file where I'm going to initialize all my variables and all my functions. So if you see clearly, you can see I have initialized number of buttons which I need to do some tasks, and I'm having number of functions where my program is going to work. So each button is acting like an element, and each action of a button will be acting like a function in your code. Okay, so if you go with my main menu, so I have created this interface and I have initialized all the ID. So we have already discussed in the before lectures and the tunes how to initialize these variables. So what you have to do is you have to initialize all the variables, whatever the variables you need as if XML element, you have to initialize here. Then you should make sure that you have given this set of code FX controller, it is joined in your main pane. If you go to the code set of the UFXML file, you should make sure that it is initialized here. So that means your FXML file is joined with this controller Java file. So then if you go to scene builder, you can, when you go to the code set, you can see these elements are being initialized from here. You can see a drop down is there available here, so you can give the correct name from the list. Okay, so this is what you have to do. You have designed the interface, then all the elements are being linked with the scene builder user interfaces. Okay, now we'll see how this program is going to work. So if you all know how this main file is going to work, so here we are having a fix loader with load get class resources. So when we are running the code, first what will happening is this main function will be called and our sample fxl file will be called from main file. So harmful fxml file mean, so this main file will be given to you. So if you see, if you run it and see, okay, you can see this is the interface what we are going to get. So then we want to initialize variable, or which we want to initialize the functions for each button. So if you click this button, you can see another prompt is given. So we'll see how to end one scenery and how to load another scenery. So these all things we are going to do in the controller file. Okay, so if you see this set of code, I'll do some. So if you see this set of code, so in here we are going to do this set of tasks, all this ending one scenery and starting a new stage or new scenery to your output. Then we can follow this method. Okay, so if you see it clearly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize a public function. So that is, the public function is sample add. So I'm going to do, so when there is an space, or when there is an plane where I am having this add button, so this is the element which I want. So the pane with the add button, I want to end the pane and I want to start another pane or start another scenery. So what I'm going to do is I will call add button dot get scene dot get window. That means I'm going to call from add button where the add button is located, so that scene is get. Then we are asking to get the window where that button is available. So that means I have taken that window to an stage, call this stage variable. So by this variable I am calling the close functions. So that means when I click the add button, this function is called. Then from this function it is going to take the window, then window is initialized to a stage, so then he is asking to close the stage. Then what you are going to do, I am going to call in the new another stage. So in this scenario I am going to call one more new stage, and then new stage will be calling this add contact fxml file. So that means you are going to close a one stage and you are going to call another stage. So if you want two stages parallelly, what you want to do is you are not going to close any function, you are not going to close any stage. Simply you are going to just, when you, while keeping the stage, you are going to call another stage. So you are going to create another simple stage inside the function and you are going to call this whatever the function you need. So in this scenario what is going to happen is you will be having two parallel sceneries, so like which happen in this like this scenario. So if we go back, so if we click view contact, you can see there are two parallel views is appearing. So how this is going to do, you are not going to close the first window and you are just going to call the second window only. So if you want to close something, then you can use these two lines of code, which you will be calling the button. From the button you are going to get the scene, from the scene you are going to get a window, then window is initialized to a stage and you are going to close the stage. So this is the procedure where you are going to navigate from one window to another window while one window is closed and while both the window remain constant. So if you want to add alert button, then again there is a function for alert. So this inbuilt function, you can use this alert also. So for these things you can refer Google how to add a alert button to your code. This is a simple set of code, so you can pause the video and check how this is implemented. And other things are same what you are going to do. The first step you should remember, if you want to close one stage and go to another stage, so that means you are going to do a navigation. So what you have to do is you are going to close the stage first, then you are going to call the next stage. So if you want two parallel sessions, you are going to keep the old scenery as it is, then you are going to create a new stage and call that new stage. So if you want to close the full program, you will be calling this close function. So this is how this set of output is implemented. So if you click close, this window will close and you can see this window is remaining. So if you quit the main menu, then only you can see your program is end from here. Okay, this is the part which I'm going to just explain you in this tutorial. So if you have any issues regarding this tut, you can comment those questions in the comment section, so then I will assist you. So in the next tutorials we will discuss some other most important topics and some other most important concepts of JavaFX in next video. Thank you for joining with us. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.